Good day, lords and ladies, and merry meet. Today I had a wonderful experience going to the Renaissance Fair, and I met all sort of witchy and pagany people there, and not just witchy and pagany people, but people who I connected with on other levels. There were fairies all over the place, dragons, and I got into an argument with some Puritans. But I'd like to go through first some of the things I got. So you can see that first, and then I can go into some of my experience a little more, because I don't want to bore you. So first, I got this wand, and the guy who gave it to me was somebody who had worked on some Harry Potter wands, and got this for $14. Not bad. Apparently, he sells it for $34 online. I don't know why it's cheaper, but I'm sure he said it was his best deal. So I figured, I really like it, so I got it. I don't have a wood wand unless you count just a stick, so I figured I'd pick it up. Another thing I got was some desert sage, and I do have sage, but I'm moving to Michigan, and it's a lot harder to get sage there. So we're gonna use what we have, of course, and this is what we have. So of course we have some more. I do have some sticks, but they're not as I don't think they're as good quality, so I don't feel as confident using that sage. One thing I don't like about sage bundles is they start going all over the place, like pieces of it and whatnot. And I mean, so I guess I could use it just in my cauldron with coal. I often like to put random herbs in there. And we got to make our own pendulum. So I made mine with amethyst, gold chain, and at the end, a little fairy. And I really like that. You got to make it for $10. Not bad. So I figured, it'd be nice to make my own pendulum. Usually when I buy a pendulum, it's about 15, but then again, usually the pendulums aren't, like, they're different than these. I don't know if they're made, they're worth more or whatnot. They usually have bigger stones at the end. But one thing, a purchase I'm very happy with, is this. This piece of rose quartz, $12. Keep in mind I have a much smaller piece, about that big, round. About that size, round, maybe a little bigger. And that was 10. And this is 12. Now, the other piece I might trust where it came from a little more, but come on. $12 for a piece of rose quartz. I'm very happy. I am really, really, really happy. This is my baby. This is my new baby. Um, I love it. My rose quartz. Okay, so speaking of crystals, I don't know what this is. I just picked it up. It was $1. I got it. Most of them said what they are. I got some lapis. I think this is what you call red tiger's eye. It's beautiful. I love it. So I had to pick it up. Um, Lunakite. Mostly I just have that on as little things of it. So I wanted to get an actual stone. This is lodestone. I hear a lot about lodestone, so I figured, I dropped it. Figured I'd get one because I always hear people mention it. Um, Snowflake obsidian, like my thing I normally wear. It's under actually almost always I'm wearing it like that. And then it's a very light piece, but it's rhodonite. And these are all most of these are stones that I have in another form or whatnot, and except for this and the lodestone that I wanted to get, and this I just thought was cool, that I wanted to get as just a stone. I got this nice little statue of Ganesh right here. It's a pretty nice piece. You know, I've spent more money on a much smaller statue of Ganesh, so I'm happy with this. I mean, being that it was, you can consider it that this was 5 and this was 2, or that this was 3 and this was 4. However you want to think about it, because I got $1 off. Or this was 450 and this was 250. Or however you want to put it. But I got a nice little. I had an altar bell. I think I got it for like $1 or $2, maybe 3. But this one works a lot better. My other altar bell is frustrating. It doesn't really work. But this crisp, clear sound, and my girlfriend's gonna be mad at me because she's trying to sleep. But yeah. Got this. This is probably one of the purchases that, looking back, I might not have made, but I don't really regret it. I just might not have gone back and made it. But I feel like, there's a reason I did. So it was only $4, so I can't regret it too much. But I still feel like that's a little pricey for this. Granted, for this and the Desert Sage, this was 5, this was 4, and I got $1 off. So it makes me feel better to think that this was $3. I don't know. It makes me feel better, I guess. But yeah, not bad. I think it's a nice piece, and I'm probably gonna put connected to something and make a. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, but I might make it hang, or I might make it onto a necklace. I'm not sure which. Necklace sounds harder because I have to do it in a different style than I usually do, unless I want it to be on the necklace in that form. I mean, I don't know. That could look kind of good if it's on the necklace like that, but I don't know. Speaking of something for a necklace, oh, I should mention that at the same place where I got all the stones and the pendulum, that was like my favorite place there, at least one of them. Um, and my other favorite place I spent a lot of money at, didn't spend a lot of time at, and wish I could have spent more money at. Actually, it was kind of pricey, so I mean, I really, whatever. The place was pricey, but it was so amazing that I didn't feel too bad that it was pricey. I felt like a little girl there because it was a fairy place. But at the stone place, there was a guy who was crafting selenite as we were talking, and he noticed me, and he's like, "Wow, you have like a amazing aura. It's so bright." And, I mean, he says that I'm magically powerful and whatnot. I thought it was awesome that he noticed my aura and whatnot, because I'm trying to learn to see auras, and I can sometimes. I often think it's a trick of the light, so it's hard for me to distinguish at times. Um, Especially since sometimes like I see auras as the color that's most likely a trick of the light. So it's like maybe I'm seeing the shape of the aura more than I am the color. But I guess I'll learn to distinguish a little bit, and I am. But he gave me a whole thing. It's wet. Of I'll let you see it. Selenite powder. And I'm gonna wait until I move to use this. I just need to put it in a bag in which it won't make anything else wet. That's all I need to do. Now the fairy place. I think I got everything else out of the way. Yeah, the fairy place. Funny because you think you bought. Oh, I bought all this stuff, and I did, but it's like when you see it, it doesn't seem like as much as how much it felt like you were buying. You know what I mean? But I definitely bought a lot. I'm not gonna try to pretend I didn't. So this, I haven't decided yet if this was a good investment or simply a spur of the moment. I want a new fairy house buy. Um, I had to give away my fairy house to my friend because it would be very difficult for me to take it with me, and I felt like the fairies that like to hang out in that house deserved a home that was friendly to fairies. And I felt like, so I trusted Annie to take care of it, my friend Annie. Um, and she likes fairies. I don't know that she's necessarily she's not exactly a believer in the sense that she doesn't necessarily fully believe in the stuff that I do, but she's definitely not a cynic either. So I felt comfortable handing it to her. Not, I told her, just don't tell the fairies they're not real, because they'll make it pretty clear they are. But I mean, she loves, loves, loves fairies, and I told her, you don't necessarily have to believe in fairies. What you have to do is keep an open mind. Because if you don't keep an open mind to their existence, that is what really offends them. Some people think it offends fairies if you don't believe in them. If you actively don't believe in them. You don't have to fully believe in them, but simply keep an open mind. Because if you don't, that is offensive. They're like, you're not even giving me a chance. You don't even know, and you're just saying I don't exist, and you're not even giving me a chance. That's what offends them. So, but I got this fairy house kit, and I'm excited to construct it. Most of the things needed to make a fairy house are right in here. And anything else I can go find and buy myself. And I'm sorry if it's lagging. That's just my internet right now. And I got this. This is a little bottle of fairy dust. Um, Again, things that were kind of pricey. This is like $2. But I wanted the little bottle, and I'm gonna put it on a necklace most likely. Um, so I can have just fairy energy, and I'm gonna ask the fairies to bless it and whatnot. Then this they basically threw in for free because it would have cost 50 cents. Fairy wings. And I think I'm just going to put this somewhere on the fairy house. Not sure where by the fairy house, but I feel like I should put it in the fairy house. Or fairy door or something. But I'm excited to use this too. This is actually the baby fairy wings. They had some bigger ones, and those were $1. But yeah, I spent a shitload of money. Um, I don't know that it's a good thing to spend that much money, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta go crazy. Mostly, I'm mad at how much it costs to get in. I didn't realize I was going to be paying that much to get in. Um, the food there is expensive, but altogether, it was a very fun experience, and I wouldn't have spent that much money if I didn't know that I had if I didn't know I had some help from, my family and whatnot with, at least with some things, and, you know, I wouldn't have let myself go that crazy if I didn't know that. But but yeah, it was a really fun experience. And the fairy house, hopefully, when I visit my girlfriend very soon, we can make it together, and I will try to show you guys when we're done with the fairy house. But I'm definitely excited to do that. It's gonna be a really fun, very fun experience. So thank you so much for watching, and sorry for the lengthy video, but let me just say that it was very fun because I said to the Puritans, I'm like, hail the old gods. They're like, oh, the old gods are yesterday's news. The new God, now that's who you should believe in. And I'm like, my God has a hammer. Your God was nailed to a cross. They're like, yeah, well, your God nailed himself to a tree. I'm like, yeah, to find wisdom. They're like, our God died for your sins. It was funny. They were spreading damnation awareness and handing out, like, have you ever seen those little yellow ribbons? They're handing out the black and white like ribbon things uh, for awareness of damnation. It was hilarious. But thank you so much for watching. Um, Merry part, everybody, and blessed be. Later.